welcome to Live Interactive English. My name is Winnie.
And I'm Mike.
And today we are talking about something that speaks very close to my heart.
Ooh, what's that?
Which is delicious ice cream.
Ah, delicious ice cream, especially on a hot summer day.
Even in the winter, honestly.
In the winter, you can do it. A lot of people think that's crazy, but I don't understand. People eat soup in the summer.
That's true.
You know,
what's
the difference?
Well, since we're speaking about ice cream, what's your favorite flavor?
Oh, that's a good question. What is my favorite flavor?
I think that's hard to answer.
It is hard to answer.
My favorite is,
you
can't beat a cookies and cream.
Ooh, cookies and cream. That is a very good one. That is the last time I had ice cream, I had bubble gum.
Was it good?
It was good.
Really?
It was blue, and it had little bits of chewing gum inside.
And you could swallow it?
And you could swallow it, and I just thought it looked really good, so I had some. Yeah, it was good. A very sweet, a very unique flavor, but I thought, why not? It's summertime, I'm in Canada, I'm gonna have some bubblegum ice cream.
Always be, daring to try new flavors.
Exactly, or not even just new flavors, new kinds of ice cream. Because for those of you who don't know, there are actually many different kinds of ice cream. In fact, they're not even called ice cream. So we're gonna educate you guys about some of those, and maybe you'll decide that this summer, it's time to branch out and try some different types of ice cream-like desserts, I guess you could say. And we can also include Taiwanese shaved ice in here. But we're gonna be talking about something fancy and Italian first. So let's check out our dialogues. We have a couple of friends. They're gonna be enjoying some delicious ice cream. We won't be, we'll just be reading about them. But afterwards, we will all deserve ice cream. So let's check it out. Eric and Sue are discussing gelato flavors from their home countries.
So, what flavor of gelato did you like best when you were back in the US?
Chocolate. I couldn't get enough of it. It was so creamy and sweet.
That sounds nice, but I bet it wasn't as tasty as the taro flavored gelato we get here in Taiwan.
Taro gelato? I haven't tried that. What's it like?
It has a unique flavor that's hard to explain. You should try it.
I definitely will.
By the way, do you want to go to a night market tonight? I could show you some Taiwanese classics.
Sure, sounds fun.
All right, so yes, we're going to be trying some delicious, well, we won't. Eric and Sue in the dialogues will be trying delicious ice cream. That's not fair. And we are going to be comparing gelato flavors in our first dialogue with Eric and Sue. It says Eric and Sue are discussing gelato flavors from their home countries. And for those of you who don't know, gelato is kind of an Italian form of ice cream with more cream. Yeah, so it has a richer feel in your mouth and less air. Right?
Yes.
They don't sort of beat it as much. But very similar. If you like one, you'll probably like the other. So let's check it out.
So, what flavor of gelato did you like best when you were back in the US?
Sue kicks off with a good question, and Eric has a good answer for you. When he was back in the US, he says, chocolate. That was his favorite flavor of gelato, chocolate. I couldn't get enough of it. That means he's a big fan. He could have eaten it every day if he had the chance. And then he explains why. It was so creamy and sweet. And that kind of is true for lots of ice cream and gelato. That's why people love it. But chocolate was his favorite flavor.
That sounds nice, but I bet it wasn't as tasty as the taro flavored gelato we get here in Taiwan. I have a confession. I've never had taro flavored gelato.
That's kind of taro. Also, you can say taro. That's the purple kind of potato-like vegetable.
Vegetable
ice cream.
Yeah.
Vegetable ice cream.
I don't know. I mean,
ice cream made of vegetables.
I'll give it a try, but it's not my first. It's not the first flavor I would choose.
No, I like the color.
It is a very
it's
pretty
a nice
purple.
color, but I'm not a huge fan of taro. It doesn't actually have much flavor. But I guess once you add sugar to it, oh, well, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But yes, I bet. When someone says, I bet, that is sort of, well, you could be betting. You could actually be putting money in a game where you could win more money or lose your money, right? Like people bet on games or bet at the casino. But we often use it in many other ways. It's just kind of saying, I think, I expect, this is what I believe. You might be, putting out your guess versus what other people think might happen. I bet it's going to rain today or something like that. I bet our friend will be there when we get there. They're always early or they're always on time or something like that. This is what I believe. This is what I think. And in a playful way, let's see if I'm right or something like that. You're not actually putting any money on anything in that kind of gambling way. You're just sort of saying, this is what I expect. This is my guess. We'll see if I'm right. For example, I bet the bus will be late today because whenever I'm in a hurry, the bus is always late. That's just the way it works out.
But our other vocab was tasty. And come on, everyone knows tasty, our adjective, because when something is very yummy to eat, it tastes nice, tastes yummy, tastes tasty. Right, so for example, that chicken is so tasty, I think I'll have some more.
美味しい. Yes, exactly right. So if you like something, it is tasty or yummy, you can also say. And now back to Eric. He is as confused as we are. Taro gelato, he says, so his voice rises because it's a question. He's like, what? Taro gelato? I haven't tried that. What's it like? So he wants to know what the flavor tastes like. Is it like something else? Is there some other flavor that I might be familiar with?
Right.
Well, is there?
Well, she says it has a unique flavor.
Well, that's bad.
That's hard to explain.
When someone says unique flavor, that's just a nice way of saying yuck.
Maybe, but some people like unique flavors.
That's true. You'll get used to it, but at first you'll go yuck.
That's true. You should try it.
Okay, all right. He says, I definitely will, because yes, he might discover this unique flavor is a flavor he loves. But anyways, Sue then goes on to say,
by the way, do you want to go to a night market tonight? I can show you some Taiwanese classics. When someone asks you to go to night market, you always say yes.
Pretty much, unless it's pouring rain.
Oh, that's true.
You might stay away on a rainy night. But yes, anytime someone asks you, especially in the summertime, go to a night market, you would say, sure, sounds fun. So Eric says, sure, sounds fun, because it sounds fun. And so sure, yes, he wants to go to the night. I think people understand that. Let's take a break and then we'll be back.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次的对话是关于美味可口的冰淇淋。在第一段对话里面 ，Eric 和 Sue 正在讨论他们家乡的意式冰淇淋口味。Eric 提到说，他在美国时最喜欢的是巧克力口味的意式冰淇淋，百吃不厌，吃起来非常的细腻，而且甜甜的。那么 Sue 这时候回答说，我敢说它不如我们在台湾吃的芋头口味的意式冰淇淋那样好吃。Eric 听了说他没吃过，那么 Sue 就建议他应该要试试看。我们先来看单字 bet 当动词表示打赌、敢肯定。I bet 就可以表达我敢说怎么样怎么样，我敢打包票怎么样怎么样。那这往往是用逗趣啊、闹着玩的方式来表达自己的看法，而不是真的要下赌注，像在赌场赌博一样。我们补充一下 ，Mike 老师刚刚用到 playful，play 后面加上 ful， 那么 playful 就可以形容逗趣的、闹着玩的。老师还有提到 casino，casino，casino 就是赌场。好，下一个单词 tasty 是形容美味的、可口的。那接话课文中。
Later, Eric and Sue are walking down the street toward the night market.
When we get to the night market, I'm going to buy a peanut roll with ice cream.
Peanut roll with ice cream? I've never heard of that. How is it made?
First, they shave peanut brittle onto a thin wrap. Then they add scoops of ice cream and some cilantro. It's all rolled up and then eaten.
Cilantro with ice cream. That's unusual.
It might sound strange, but the flavors work really well together. It's sweet, nutty, and a little fragrant.
I'm intrigued. I think I'll have one too.
We are back and we are still on the hunt for cool summer treats along with our friends Eric and Sue. Part 2 of our dialogue is titled Introducing a Foreigner, Eric, to a local favorite. So Sue, the local person, is showing Eric around. It says later, Eric and Sue are walking down the street toward the night market where they're going to get some wonderful treats, especially some cool sweet ice cream-like treats.
Right.
So let's see what they're going to have.
Exactly.
I'm excited about this one.
So then Sue says, when we get to the night market,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a peanut roll with ice cream.
A what?
A peanut roll with ice cream.
A peanut roll with ice cream? So Eric says, peanut roll with ice cream? I've never heard of that. How is it made?
I mean, it sounds really good.
Yeah, just like me, he's never heard of it, but you're right. Just take the idea of peanut and then you roll it and you put in ice cream. How can
What could
that
it go
be
wrong?
bad? Well, you could dip it in chocolate.
You could be allergic to peanuts.
That would be really bad if you were
really
allergic
bad.
to peanuts. Yes,
So
absolutely.
Sue says, first, they shave peanut brittle onto a thin wrap. Then they add scoops of ice cream and some cilantro.
Ooh, you're naughty.
It's all rolled up and then eaten.
Well,
Okay, you had me until cilantro.
Really?
I love cilantro,
Yeah.
but cilantro to me is a savory thing.
Yeah, mixing it with peanut and ice cream is a little odd. And you're right, some people hate cilantro.
That's true. Some people think it tastes like soap.
Exactly, you know, so that would be a personal choice. I guess you could ask them to not put the cilantro on.
Yeah, but then it's kind of, you're not really getting the
Right,
authentic experience.
Exactly. It's like an ice cream sundae without the whipping cream on top.
Right. So
or something
what does
like that.
shave mean? Okay, so that's our verb and typically used to mean cutting the hair off of someone's face or body. But in this case, it means to thinly cut or slice.
Oh, okay. Sometimes at the hot pot place, they'll have that piece of meat and they'll kind of shave off those thin pieces. When you shave food, you're probably cutting it so thin
You can probably see through it.
that it would be hard to use a knife in your hands, right? So you often use a machine to do this. And peanut brittle would be basically peanuts and then you put them in sugar, you melt the sugar.
It becomes a brick.
and it comes this nice, sweet, hard, chewy brick.
You would not be able to cut this brick with a
No,
knife,
that's a good
right?
point.
So, for example, he shaved some butter from the top of the block and spread it on his toast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you're shaving something, it's very thin.
Cutting it super thin, and I guess that butter is really hard, so it's a good idea to shave it. And of course, you will get a scoop of ice cream with that. You can scoop, you can use this as a verb. To scoop something is basically to go into something and take a fairly large amount, often kind of a ball-shaped amount of something. And of course, that would be a scoop. Often when you buy ice cream in North America, on the menu, on the price board of the store, it might say 1 scoop is $1, 2 scoops is $1.50, 3 scoops, that kind of idea. So basically, it's sort of like, do you want 1? Do you want 2 of these? Do you want 3 of these?
It's
And
like
it
your
will
measure word.
cost you more, exactly. And the thing that they use, it's kind of a special spoon with a rounded shape at the end. That is an ice cream scoop. And they scoop the ice cream out and then put a scoop of ice cream on your ice cream cone. I used to have a friend who worked at an ice cream store all summer long, and we noticed in August or September, because she was scooping so much ice cream, her right arm was bigger than her left arm.
Wow.
The muscles were so developed from scooping that ice cream
It is hard to scoop ice cream.
that my lovely friend Darcy had the arm of a man over here, and we laughed. Oh, how we laughed.
It is hard to scoop because it is frozen.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Exactly. She could also beat all the guys in an arm wrestling competition, so that was cool. Back to scoop, we have this example sentence. After dinner, I'm going to have a scoop of strawberry ice cream. I'm on a diet.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Just 1 scoop.
Okay.
So back to Eric. Now that whole cilantro thing, this is a green herb that you might put on top of your noodles or your fried rice or your soup or something like that. Yeah. So he's kind of like, huh? Cilantro with ice cream? That's unusual.
And then Sue says, it might sound strange, but the flavors work really well together.
Okay.
It's sweet, nutty, and a little fragrant. Okay, the more they're explaining the flavor palette, I think I'm more interested in trying it.
Absolutely, and sometimes those weird flavor combinations are really good.
Peanut butter and pickles, they kind of work together.
Tuna and chocolate? What? No, that's not one that works together. Back to Eric. He says, I'm intrigued. This is interesting to him. He's intrigued. He wants to know more. I think I'll have one too.
Okay.
So obviously,
we've converted him.
He doesn't hate cilantro, so he's going to take a chance, take the plunge, and have a peanut roll with ice cream and cilantro. Actually, make that 3. Make that 3.
Well, I say we go and get some right now.
All right, get out of the way,
right
Eric and Sue. We're coming through. Hope to see you guys down at the night market having some cool treats this summer. Take care of yourselves.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
在第二段对话里 ，Sue 和 Eric 正在前往夜市的路上。Sue 说，待会到了夜市，他要去买花生卷冰淇淋。那么 Eric 从来没有听说过这个冰淇淋，他想要了解一下它怎么制作的。Sue 解释说，首先呢，将花生糖刨成薄片，然后放在薄卷饼上，然后呢，加上几球冰淇淋和一些香菜，全部卷起来就可以吃了。那这个组合听起来可能很奇怪、很不寻常，可是它们的味道却很搭。Eric 很好奇，决定要尝尝看。Mike 老师刚刚他用到 take the plunge. Take the plunge 表示决定冒险尝试或是采取断然行动。那其中的 plunge 是拼作 P-L-U-N-G-E， 那它当名词可以表达跳入啊、骤降或是暴跌的意思。再来看课文单字 shave 它表示削或者是刨成薄片，那它也有剃毛、刮胡子的意思。再看到 scoop 当名词可以指一勺的量。那老师们刚刚聊到说，也许有人怕香菜，可以叫老板不要加，可是加香菜才是最道地的吃法。那我们学一下 authentic 这个形容词 A-U-T-H-E-N-T-I-C authentic 是形容道地的、正宗的或是真正的。好，那老师们刚刚还有提到一些奇怪的食物组合，那有用到单字 weird W-E-I-R-D Weird 就是形容奇怪的、怪异的。老师还有提到 pickle 就是腌黄瓜 ，tuna 就是尾鱼的意思。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。这边要介绍的是 hear of， 它是指听过、知道什么什么的存在。那么受词可以是人或是事物。hear 的动词三态是 hear, heard, heard。那我们来造2个例句。第一个例句是 I've never heard of the singer before。我以前从没听过那一位歌手。那第二个例句是 Have you ever heard of tofurkey？ 你曾经听说过 tofurkey 吗？那么 tofurkey 是素火鸡肉，它就是由 tofu 豆腐加上这个 turkey 火鸡肉结合而来的哦。好，那以上这讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Eric and Sue are discussing gelato flavors from their home countries.
So, what flavor of gelato did you like best when you were back in the US?
Chocolate. I couldn't get enough of it. It was so creamy and sweet.
That sounds nice, but I bet it wasn't as tasty as the taro flavored gelato we get here in Taiwan.
Taro gelato? I haven't tried that. What's it like?
It has a unique flavor that's hard to explain. You should try it.
I definitely will.
By the way, do you want to go to a night market tonight? I could show you some Taiwanese classics.
Sure, sounds fun.
Later, Eric and Sue are walking down the street toward the night market.
When we get to the night market, I'm going to buy a peanut roll with ice cream.
Peanut roll with ice cream? I've never heard of that. How is it made?
First, they shave peanut brittle onto a thin wrap. Then they add scoops of ice cream and some cilantro. It's all rolled up and then eaten.
Cilantro with ice cream. That's unusual.
It might sound strange, but the flavors work really well together. It's sweet, nutty, and a little fragrant.
I'm intrigued. I think I'll have one too. This is really touching.
Wow, you really wear your heart on your sleeve, don't you?
Wait, wear my heart on my sleeve? What are you talking about? My heart's not on my sleeve. That doesn't even make sense.
No. It just means that you're not afraid to show your emotions. That's what wear your heart on your sleeve means.
Oh.
It's okay.
Let's keep watching.
Okay.
Hi everyone, today's idiom is wear one's heart on one's sleeve.
Yes, and it has nothing to do with your actual heart or sleeve.
Exactly. The phrase wear one's heart on one's sleeve is used when someone openly expresses their emotions or feelings instead of keeping them hidden.
The phrase is believed to have originated in the Middle Ages. Knights would wear a token of the lady they were courting on their sleeves during tournaments as a declaration of their love.
And now it's used to refer to anyone who doesn't hide their feelings.
It's like when you can't help but cry at a sad movie, or when you can't hide your excitement about a surprise gift.
Right, or for example, if someone is very open about their feelings for someone else, you could say that person wears their heart on their sleeve.
So remember, it's okay to wear your heart on your sleeve. It shows that you are genuine and honest.
Absolutely, Karen. That's all for today.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.